Hello, folks. Come on, Van. I have a little Van Morrison for you here this morning to start off with. Hello, Curly. Welcome. Thank you so much.
Just like way back in the days of old. And magnificently we will fold into the mystic.
One of my favorites, Curly. I haven't a clue what it means, but I like Van Morrison. And I like the phrase.
Where that foghorn blows.
Here comes the foghorn.
You know I will be coming home. And when that foghorn whistle blows, I gotta hear it.
Can you hear it?
I don't have to fear it, and I wanna rock your gypsy soul.
Rock your gypsy soul.
Just like way back in the days of old. And together we will float.
Will flow
Into the mystic.
into the mystic. Hello, Philip. This is a little bit of Van Morrison. Rocking our gypsy soul here. Into the mystic.
Too late to stop
Ha ha! I loved it. I love it. That's so great. Welcome, Pearlie. Welcome, everybody, to this poetry reading, to the reading of the mystic. Now, I don't know. I kind of like this idea. Yeah, I'm so glad you liked it. I like this idea of coming into the mystic. And I've invited you into the mystic to listen to the mystic here. And I'm so happy that you've responded with your graciousness and willingness to come. Whoa. I might note that, pretty windy out here. I've been inspired to do this because I listened to another person I want you to listen to, who is named Caroline Williamson. Caroline Williamson reads Shakespeare. Aloha. Aloha, aloha, good real people. And she reads Shakespeare almost every evening. For me, it's an evening time. It's every morning for her from London. And so she's finished her week off by now, but starting on Monday again, she will start reading Shakespeare sonnets. And she's so very good. And I thought, I really like what she does. How could I do something similar? And then I realized one of the things that I cherish in my life has been the writings of the poetry of the mystics. And they have come into good favor recently, especially, I think, Rumi. And last week, or yesterday, I read some Rumi. And we'll certainly do that again at your request. But today I wanted to read Hafiz. Now, Rumi was about, when did he write? After 600s. A little bit after 600s, I think. 7th or 8th or 9th century. And he was from Iran, and he founded a community in what we now call southern Turkey, Kona community. and he eventually died there. But he was the one who started Sufism, and his notion of Sufism was, again, that the people were engaged in meditation. We call them whirling dervishes, but they engage in this meditation, which is a meditation about the cosmos. They participate in the cosmos. I saw a meditation in Turkey, and I swear they were like the whirling planets. It was a movement, the total movement of this universe. People come in and turn and turn and turn across the stage, and then they leave and then get back in line again and return and turn. But you know what we used to do when we were kids? We used to spin around until we got so dizzy that we fell on our butts. Well, that's a transformation of consciousness, and it's a new state of consciousness, and that's partly what they experienced. So Rumi perpetuated that, and Hafiz, who is also from Iran, wrote later on. He wrote several centuries later, in the 14th century, between 1320 and 1389. Now, people in Iran speak not Arabic. They speak, as I hope you know anyway, Farsi. And as speakers of Farsi, they have a very unique rhythm to their language that's different from the Arabic. I don't know. Not really good at that. But what I do love is some of the insights that they bring from that culture into their experience. What is a mystic? When you think of the word mystic, what do you think of? Type out something for me. What do you associate with mystic? What is mystic? Mystical experience? Mystical language? I think of mystic as being the direct experience of the divine. However you want to phrase that, the divine, God, the universe, the flow, energy. It's something beyond us that infused in the whole of creation. Do you know how you make that infused vodka? Infused with fruit flavor, pineapple. Let it sit in pineapple for a long, long time. Then the vodka tastes like pineapple. Well, it's sort of the same way. Hello, Air Bro. Welcome. I'm into the mystic here. Thanks for coming and joining. Aloha. Aloha. And so into the mystic, the sense of the mystic is that the whole of the divine is infused into the whole of creation. I'm in Honolulu, just outside of Honolulu in Kalihi Valley. And I want to read for you the mystic poems that I have here today from Hafiz. Hafiz, from a Persian mystic. The first one's called The Happy Virus. I caught the happy virus last night when I was out singing beneath the stars. It is remarkably contagious, so kiss me. How can you transfer that joy? The happy virus is being spread about with every kiss, and it is truly an incredibly joyful happiness to be infused, to know that you are infused with the divine. At least that's my take. What's your take on it? The happy virus. Would you like to be infected by the happy virus while out dancing beneath the stars? Lots of hearts. Good. Thank you for the hearts. So Hafiz wrote during the 14th century. Oh, wow. Oh, good. Yeah, thank you, Philip. My name's Larry Grimm, and that's Larry AG Live. That's where that comes from. So thank you very much for joining me in this. I'm excited to be able to share this. Why do the mystics, some mystics write about the experience. I mean, they write ideas about the experience. But the experience of the mystical experience really is an experience that you have to be out of your mind to know. So here are some of the things that they try to express of that experience when they're out of their minds. All the hemispheres. Leave the familiar for a while. Let your senses and your bodies stretch out. Let a welcome season onto the meadow and shores and hills. Open up to the roof. Make a new watermark on your excitement and love. Like a blooming night flower, bestow your vital fragrance of happiness and giving upon your intimate assembly. Change rooms in your mind for a day. All the hemispheres in existence lie beside an equator in your heart. Greet yourself in your 1,000 other forms as you mount the hidden tide and travel back home. All the hemispheres in heaven are sitting around a fire chatting, while stitching themselves together into the great circle inside of you. I'm a Presbyterian minister, and we don't usually have this kind of language in our worship services. We're very intellectual. We're very rational about our faith. I don't see that that's bad. But this is such a wonderful expression of the mystery of being human. Who's this? Pearlie. Yeah, you like that too? Huh. So this mystery of being human, what was it that you caught in that many hemispheres? What did you catch from the words of Hafiz as he talked about various hemispheres and rooms in your mind? What captured you? What did you catch? I think the important thing that for me I was struck with is that we need to interrupt our patterns. Mind, body, and soul. Hey, Zulu. Mind, body, and soul are together. They're one, absolutely. Yes. You would be. And so we are infused with the delightful fragrance and flavor and sabor, the sabor of God. No, be sorry. The sabor of God, the sabor of the divine that infuses all of creation. And it is what links us together with, not only with one another, but with creation as well, in love and peace and harmony. That's so true, Zulu. Thank you so much for your comments. It's pretty incredible to be close to the beauty of this place. But I have to say, coming from Colorado to here, that I experienced beauty and wonder amazing in Colorado as well. So if I can be connected with beauty and infused with the divine here, and be connected with the beauty and infused with the divine in Colorado, what's the difference? Or what's the similarity, I guess? What is the similarity? Rohrer, fairly prominent mystic nowadays, said that God is always present. The divine is always here. The difference is our awareness, our consciousness, our cosmic consciousness. Okay, Hafiz says it felt love. Feeling, not what elicits it. That's right, the experience. It felt love. How did the rose ever open its heart and give to this world all of its beauty? It felt the encouragement of light against its being. Otherwise, we all remain too frightened. I think that's exactly what Hafiz was saying, Philip, that it has to do not with the motivation of it that elicits it, that causes it, but it has to do with the experience, our awareness of that which does elicit it and that which encourages it. It felt the encouragement of light against its being. Why did he say against its being? A rose would blossom because it felt encouragement of its light. The encouragement of light against its being. It's the act of experiencing. Good, Philip. You want to say any more? Many of these poems that the that mystics and some of the more ancient mystics especially have written are actually love letters to God or to the divine. They're love messages and often directly spoken. I have a hunch that might be this one, the day sky. Let us be like two falling stars in the day sky. Let no one know of our sublime beauty as we hold hands with God and burn somebody else into a sacred existence that defies, that surpasses every description of ecstasy and love. So let me read that again, and this time it is about two people sharing in that experience. The day sky. Let us be like two falling stars in the day sky. Let no one know of our sublime beauty as we hold hands with God and burn into a sacred existence that defies, that surpasses every description of ecstasy and love. Have you ever made love or thought about making love with a consciousness of the divine presence, infusing the act of love and sexual concern, love and a desire, infusing the experience of coming together as human beings? What kind of difference would that make? Let us be like two falling stars in the day sky. They can't be seen, but they burn. Welcome, everybody. I'm Larry A. Grimm, and I'm doing this five mornings a week, 10:30 Hawaiian time. I want to commend to you a friend of mine now on Scope, another Scoper who inspired me to do this. Her name is Caroline Williamson, and she is in London, outside of London. And every English morning, she reads Shakespearean sonnets on her Periscope feed, and I liked it so much. I said, "What can I do?" And I realized that I'd love to share the message of the mystic with you. So thank you for coming into the mystic here on Hawaiian Island, Oahu. Here's another one from Hafiz. Hafiz wrote these words in Farsi in the 14th century. The subject tonight is love, is the title. The subject tonight is love, and for tomorrow night as well. As a matter of fact, I know of no better topic for us to discuss until we all die. Let me read that again. The subject tonight is love, and for tomorrow night as well. As a matter of fact, I know of no better topic for us to discuss until we all die. How does that reach into your soul? What does that touch? What does that touch in you? It touches a deep reassurance for me that this man who has been so deeply involved in spiritual consciousness would recognize that the one thing that is reality is love. We use the term love in so many different ways that we trivialize it, I know. I love my car. I love my dog. I love my Rachel Maddow show. But love's really all there is. And when we are aware of that infusion in all of creation and all people, that infusion of love that is there, reminds me of my soul, my BFF wife. Nice. I hope it's a good reminder. I said the divine is infused into all of creation and every part of creation. That's wonderful, Zulu. Much like vodka is infused with fruit. Let the vodka soak in pineapple, and you have a pineapple flavored vodka. Nice, Philip. Nice comment. And so our awareness of the infusion of love in everything that is aligns us with that reality no matter what comes. And I've had some difficult changes coming here. I've struggled. Man, I have struggled because my future in Hawaii has been so uncertain and more uncertain than ever. And during those times, it is hard for me to hold on to an awareness of love. But that is the only reality. And it is for tonight's topic. It is tomorrow night's topic. It is every topic until we die. Zulu, have you lost your wife? Is she still with you? Where are you, Zulu? Are you on the islands? Or are you in Africa? South Africa? Oh, she's here in Honolulu. Wonderful. Oh, and you're here in Honolulu, I suspect, right? Good. So the topic next time you're together is love. Oh, you live in Waikiki? Good. How do you like it there? How long have you lived there, Zulu? I'm in the Kalihi Valley. Four years. Good. I arrived May 5th. I had a friend in Denver, who said, I said, I'm going to come back in 3 months. And he said, you're going to stay. Hafiz. Oh, really? 33 years. My word. Are you traumatized? Do you carry with you some PTS from that experience? God bless you, and love bless you, and hold you, and enfold you. I do work with PTS, and I know PTS can have a hold of you for many, many years after the incidents. I can help resolve that someday if you'd like to work online. Okay, at this party, Hafiz says, this is Hafiz. At this party, I don't want to be the only one here telling all the secrets. Filling up all the bowls at this party, taking all the laughs. I would like you. Oh. Good for you. I'm going to start over again. I just read Zulu's message. That's an honorable contribution you're making. At this party, I don't want to be the only one here telling all the secrets, filling up all the bowls at this party, taking all the laughs. I would like you to start putting things on the table that can also feed the soul the way I do. That way we can invite a hell of a lot more friends. Sounds like the divine making an invitation. Put your stuff on the table too. What do you think of that? Yeah, it's like putting yourself out there in an honest and open way to feed other people. That's what I'm doing this for. I wanted to put myself out there. I wanted to feed some souls. Oh my gosh, those sonnets that Caroline Williamson reads. I love the English language and Shakespeare's language. I wish I could remember all of it. But Caroline reads those and they feed my soul. And I hope that I can feed your soul this morning with these readings. How do you feed the soul of others? How do you fill the bowls of others at this party? How do you put things on the table that will also feed others? And yet, what's your thoughts? What's your personal reflections? It's really a safe place here. No one's going to criticize. I mean, look at this place. Look at this place. Honolulu, Zulu. Infused with love. Okay, one more. Oh boy, this one's a little long, but I think it's a good one. It's called Becoming Human. We could stream together, so to speak. Zulu, let's pursue that. Let's pursue that. I know you and Philip probably have pursued that somewhat too, but let's think of that. Becoming human. Once a man came to me and spoke for hours about his great visions of God he felt he was having. He asked me for confirmation, saying, "Are these wondrous dreams true?" I replied, "How many goats do you have?" He looked surprised and he said, "I'm speaking of sublime visions and you ask about goats?" And I spoke again, saying, "Yes, brother, how many do you have?" "Well, Hafiz, I have 62. "And how many wives?" Again he looked surprised and then said, 4. "How many rose bushes in your garden? How many children are your parents? Are your parents still alive? Do you feed the birds in winter?" And to all he answered, and then I said, "You asked me if I thought your visions were true. I would say that they were if they make you become more human. More kind to every creature and plant that you know." How does that touch your soul? What does that touch inside you? Thank you, Amanda. You sent a picture. So how does that touch your soul? You asked me if I thought your visions were true. I would say that they were true if they make you become more human. Thou art I. There is no separation. Philip is so good about that, reminded me that there is no separation. There is only a unity. I am a Presbyterian minister, and one of the things that I've always appreciated about the gospel is the humanness of Jesus. We tended to make him divine. And as Alan Watts says, we pedestalized Jesus and we pushed him away from us. Now, that's not even a biblical thing to do, and let me tell you why. In the letter to the Philippians, the author quoted a hymn that they probably sang, and the hymn was that Jesus emptied himself and took upon himself the form of a servant. He didn't consider the divinity to be something held onto, grasped, or robbed, but emptied himself and took on the form of humanity. And so to pedestalize Jesus, to make him divine as though no one else could possibly be as divine as he, is to miss the point that he was making us aware of, that we are one with God, one with love, one with the divine, and there is nothing that can ever separate us from that in our humanness. And so were those visions true? Hafiz says, to the extent that it made you more human. Aloha, Zulu, till we meet again. Aloha. Mahalo for coming. One last short one from Hafiz. A great need, he calls this. Out of a great need, we are all holding hands and climbing. Not loving is a letting go. Listen, the terrain around here is far too dangerous for that. Let me read it again. Out of a great need, we are all holding hands and climbing. Not loving is a letting go in the climb. Listen, the terrain around here is far too dangerous for that. And I experienced that. I was on a hike when I first arrived with Philip, and I stepped on a rock on the edge of the path coming down, and I fell. And my knee fell right on top of the rock that I turned over. It was like this, and the edge was there at the top. Cut my knee pretty badly, and we wrapped it, and it didn't hurt until I got to the hospital, and wrapped it and went down the hill, and I held on to Philip as I was going down the hill, every step, and I was so grateful for his presence there, that I could depend on him and his strength. It's a great need that we all have. Hello, Blondie Bombshell, welcome. I've been reading from Hafiz for this past half hour. Hafiz is a Persian mystic who was part of the Sufis in the 14th century. Aloha. And he wrote some wonderful things. So I've been sharing those with people, and we all have been taking them into our hearts and thoughts and minds and listening to the mystic. This is one last one since Blonde Bombshell joined us. Buttering the sky. Buttering the sky. Slipping on my shoes, boiling water, toasting bread, buttering the sky. That should be enough contact with God in one day to make anyone crazy. I don't understand it. It's not something that I can think about. Oh, you have family on Kona. Nice. Well, I'm on Oahu. I'm in Honolulu. Where are you? In order to have written these things, and often in order to understand them, you have to be out of your mind. I mean that. You can't really put your mind to it. You have to be out of your mind. Alan Watts said that, and I love the phrase. California, welcome from California. Bombshell. I have 3 brothers living in California. My mother died in Del Mar. That's a good thin. Oh, thing. What's that, Pearlie? What's a good thing? To be out of your mind, I think, perhaps. Huh? Well, I am so out of your mind head. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah. So let yourselves today be infused like vodka. Be infused. By the way, I meant to tell you another little tidbit that I picked up once, and that was, do you know why we call alcohol spirits? It's because the mash was, or the original substance was boiled, and as it boiled, the steam rose up into the coils, and it went through the coils, and then was distilled as alcohol. And people in the Middle Ages in Europe were thinking that they were capturing the essence of the grain, whatever it was, or the potato, or the wheat, or the barley, or whatever went into the distilling process. Kombucha. Is that distilled? I don't like kombucha either, sorry. But anyway, the idea that alcohol is spirit is because they associated spirit, the essence of the grain, with what was distilled. Anyway, so be infused. Be infused with pineapple, or with, be infused with pomegranate, or what else is of interest to you? What do you like? Cherries. Be infused. Let your soul and your body be infused. I love you all. Thank you so much for joining. And I will be back on Monday morning here in the Garden of God, and sharing with you the mystic. Bye-bye.